August 1918. After 4 years of grinding stalemate, the world was exhausted. But on the fields of Amiens, the tide was about to turn. The spearhead of the Allied counteroffensive? The Canadian Corps. Moving in total secrecy, the Canadians achieved the unthinkable: complete tactical surprise. With no preliminary bombardment to warn the enemy, they surged forward behind a creeping barrage and a phalanx of tanks. By noon, they had smashed through the German lines, advancing an incredible 12 kilometers in a single day. German General Erich Ludendorff called it the Black Day of the German Army. The War of the Trenches was over. The War of Movement had begun. But the path to victory was blocked by the most formidable fortifications on Earth, the Hindenburg Line. A labyrinth of deep tunnels, concrete pillboxes, and endless belts of barbed wire. The Canadians were now the Allied shock troops. Where the fighting was hardest, they were sent. At the Drocourt-Quéant line, they faced a wall of machine gun fire. They didn't just attack it, they pulverized it. The cost was staggering. The momentum was relentless. The Canadians were breaking the German will to fight, one bunker at a time, but the butcher's bill was growing by the hour. Late September, General Arthur Currie, the brilliant Canadian commander, faced his greatest challenge: the Canal du Nord. His superiors called it a suicide mission. Currie gambled everything on a daring masterstroke. He funneled the entire Canadian Corps through a narrow, dry section of the canal in the dead of night. It was a logistical miracle. By morning, they had outflanked the defenses and captured the vital rail hub of Cambrai. The German backbone was snapped. The invincible army was in full retreat. The final pursuit led the Canadians back to where the British Empire's war had begun, Mons, Belgium. They fought until the very last minute. At 10:58 a.m., Private George Lawrence Price was killed by a sniper, the last Canadian to die in the Great War. 2 minutes later, the guns fell silent. In 100 days, the Canadian Corps defeated 47 German divisions, 1/4 of the entire German army on the Western Front. It remains Canada's greatest military achievement, a moment when a young nation stepped onto the world stage and ended the greatest slaughter in human history. They were the shock troops of the final hour. We will remember them. Subscribe to join us as we uncover more untold stories of the Great War.